Okay, on the day 1 assignment, we'll go ahead and look at number 5. A part of determining what transformations had to happen in order to get our shaded shape, so they give us options of rotations, 90 degrees clockwise or counterclockwise, and then a translation of 4 up or 4 down, depending on what happened. So the question is, did it rotate clockwise or did it rotate counterclockwise? If we rotate clockwise, it's going to land in this quadrant here, quadrant 3. But you see it's also slid into quadrant 2. And for that to happen, it would have had to translate up, which is one of our answer choices. This 90 degrees counterclockwise, it would have gone back to the first quadrant, and then if you would have translated it up or down, down would have put it back into the same quadrant it was in. So it can't be C. And for B, if it was counterclockwise, it would be in this first quadrant, and then if you were to translate it up, it would still be in that first quadrant. So the only one that makes sense is A. If you look at number 6, we have rotations again, clockwise or counterclockwise, 90 degrees. This one has a translation of 7 up and 7 up. This one is translating it 7 down. So if we look at each one of these, 90 degrees clockwise is going to place it into this third quadrant. And then it could possibly be translated up 7 to land into that other quadrant. 90 degrees counterclockwise would put it in quadrant 1. And then if you would have translated up 7, it would still be in quadrant 1. So it's not going to be B. For C, 90 degrees clockwise puts it in quadrant 3. With 7 units down is going to remain in that quadrant. So it's not going to be C either. If we go back and we look at one of the ordered pairs, this is 4, -1. And if we rotate it 90 degrees clockwise, we're going to swap those values and we're going to change that 4 to a negative. So it's going to be -1, -4, which would place it here. And if we were to translate that 7 units up, just take that point and move it up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you see it is landing on that shaded shape. So this answer choice A is correct. For question 7, I would first kind of look through our answer choices. We have a translation and then a reflection over the y-axis, a reflection over the y-axis with a translation, and then followed by a reflection over the x-axis. You could just test each one of these, moving it 8 up and 2 to the left. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 2 to the left would land it here for this point. And then if you reflect it over that y-axis, it's going to land exact opposite, equidistant from that. So it's not going to be A. A reflection over the y-axis where it is, so you see it's 3 away here, so go 3 away on the other side, it lands here. And then if you go 8 up and 2 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 2 to the left, it does land on that shaded spot in the right place. So it is going to be answer choice B. And on question 8, so we have a translation with a reflection over the x-axis, a reflection over the x, then the translation. And then we have a translation with a reflection over the y-axis. If it reflects over the y-axis, it would be facing the opposite direction. So you see this long side length would be the opposite direction, and it would still be overlapping. Also, if you move this 3 left and 1 down, it's getting further away from where it was. So it's not going to be C. If we move this 3 left and 1 down, so it's 1, 2, 3, 1 down. And then if we reflect it over that x-axis, it's just simply going to rise above here, which isn't anywhere near the shape. So it's not going to be A. That means it's going to have to be B. We can still test this. Reflect this shape over the x-axis. So you see it's 2 down, so place it 2 up. And then it says move it 3 to the left and 1 down. 1, 2, 3, 1. Which that's not close to it either. It should have gone 3 to the right and 1 down. All right, and question 9, remember the original is the unshaded one. If you're looking at these, give us rotations of 90 degrees. Did it need to go clockwise or counterclockwise? It goes counterclockwise, so we can go ahead and eliminate answer choice A. And then from here, was it a translation of 2 down or a translation of 2 up? So what I would suggest is picking a point and testing that point. So this one is 3, -5. And if we're going counterclockwise, we're still going to swap those, and we're going to change that 5 to 5, 3. So whenever we rotate it, 1, 2, 3, it's going to land here. And so from that point to get to the next shape, did you have to translate up or did you have to translate down? We had to go up. So that would be answer choice C.